What's up, Buckeye Scoop family, Buckeye Nation, on this crazy Thursday evening? We're here, though. We're here for it. We're going to discuss the latest with Sherrone Moore, the firing of Sherrone Moore inside of that. And then Warde Manuel seemed like his head is on a chopping block. We're going to talk about it. But also remember, please, y'all know the drill. Please like this video, like, and subscribe. If you have not subscribed, please do that now. We shattered our record of 37K. We're zooming towards our next goal of 40K. The subscriptions are coming in fast and heavy. Why don't you be a part of that and dive right in? Hit that bell notification button so that you get our live videos when we pop up, on whatever device you prefer. Also remember, for those wonderful super chats from the greatest chat in the land, helps goes toward the Pay It Forward, which is our military, our first responders. We're going to look out for them because they always look out for us. We're going to dive right into this. Nevada Buck. And just real quick, everybody, Justin Spiro is trying to hop on. If you do what you usually do, if you see Justin in the chat, tell me. Well, actually, now he might pop up backstage. Either way, he's supposed to be coming on. Hopefully he can. But Nevada, what's up, man? I missed y'all last night, but I am back tonight.
Yeah, it was a spicy show last night. B. Moses at the symphony with his daughter. His daughter doing her first viola performance, and
Yes.
that's pretty exciting stuff there. But you missed kind of a that show started out. I had no idea what was going to go on. We jumped on a little early, and then all of a sudden it was mayhem. And I want to remind everybody too: if you listen to this audio format, go to Apple Podcasts and subscribe. Our Apple Podcast subscriber just shot up today. Unbelievable. The guys so helpful for the show. When you guys go, it's free. Go to Apple Podcast, subscribe, bing, 2 seconds and done. But yeah, crazy show last night. But just a crazy story, just getting crazier. This is a saga that we've been covering for a long time. This is a story. The Sherrone Moore stuff was well documented. People knew that this was out there. We were covering it for a long time. Previous to this, I had actually made some posts, documenting exactly how this is going to go down about 10 days ago, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I think 10, 11 days ago or something like that. But yeah, now you've got questions. The Ross Dellinger came out with a report here late today saying that as of right now, Warde Manuel is still the athletic director at the University of Michigan. But what I can tell you is the knives are out for Warde Manuel. And much like I told you, the knives were out for Sherrone Moore once he had lost to Ohio State. If Sherrone Moore had beaten Ohio State and they had made the college football playoff, what is your percentage chance on a one or from 0 to 100 that this story would have seen the light of day had they beaten Michigan or had they beaten Ohio State for the fifth straight time and gone to the college football playoff? Do you believe they would have fired him 12 days hence, or do you believe
No.
that he'd still be the coach at Michigan?
No, not even close. Not even close. And there's so much to catch up on this. I know Michigan is trying to put a narrative out there that, oh, well, yeah, we heard about it, investigated, but then just this past couple of days, finally we got the evidence we needed. So then we fired him. And that's why I'm hoping Spiro comes on here, because I know that's their safe narrative. But I don't believe that for a second. Again, Spiro has been all over this. We've been all over this. This is something we had a podcast a couple weeks ago where we're laughing about him dipping his toes in the blonde pond. I mean, like, this has been going on. Shoot, people from Michigan have been talking behind the scenes. Oh yeah, we knew it was the worst kept secret. Like, come on, man. I'm not gonna get rolling yet, but that's just my response because I got a lot to catch up on. But yes, it's zero chance. Nevada is my long-winded answer.
Yeah, no, they would have buried it, and it shows you what we're dealing with. You're talking about an athletic department that covered up for their hockey coach. They're an
Yeah.
athletic department that covered up for their basketball coach, and an athletic department that covered up for Jim Harbaugh during the cheating scandal, and for Sherrone Moore impregnating a subordinate. And like I said, I wanted to clear up from last night. I know he did not actually impregnate Tony Alford. Even though Tony Alford looked pregnant, it wasn't Tony Alford. It was
What
this
is
other girl. Exactly. He doesn't like Tony. He likes blondes. He's not. That's what Tony's not his type, man. He likes the little blunts, and so that's what happened. But today you've got Nicole Auerbach coming out with an article saying that Sherrone Moore was in the middle of a health crisis or mental health crisis, that Michigan knew about it, and that Warde Manuel still moved on him without human resources there, without other people there, without following the procedures for. Now, why do you think an article would come out like that? Why would you think Nicole Auerbach, a Michigan mouthpiece, why would that come out with? Because they're moving on Warde Manuel, just
Yep.
like they tried to move on Sherrone Moore. They wanted to create a for-cause scenario for Sherrone Moore, but the cause was really that you're just not a good football coach. The cause was really you lost to Ohio State. The cause was you lost 8 games over 2 years. You missed the CFP for the second consecutive time, so you're gone. That was the cause. They could put up with it. Michigan will put up with anything. They are such a corrupt program. They are such a crooked program. They're such a rotten program. They will put up with anything, but they won't put up with losing. If you're losing, they're going to make a move, and so that's what happens. Now, the same thing's happening for Warde Manuel. Warde Manuel is in a situation where he is absolutely a dead man walking. He will not survive this. We're going to call it right now. He's not going to survive. So you can say, well, that seems kind of obvious, but there's a lot of people that believe that Warde Manuel's the guy to lead them out of the wilderness. I'm here to tell you the knives are out for him. They're laying the traps for him. They're putting it out there with him with their sources in the media. And Warde Manuel's not going to survive this. But I don't think that should be a surprise. I think the only thing that he's got going for him is that he is pitching to them that he needs to lead the charge to find a new head football coach. And so if they fire him, what are they going to do about finding a new football coach? Because remember, they have an interim president right now. So Michigan is going out pitching to a football coach and saying, we have an interim president and we have a athletic director that's got, 1 foot on the banana peel ready to go out the door. Are you, as a major football coach, are you going to take that job? Because those are your bosses. Your bosses for a head football coach at a major college are the AD and the president. And if you don't know who those guys are going to be, tough to take that job. So I think that's what Warde Manuel's pitching. That's how he's trying to save his job, is just, hey, I'm the last man standing. But I just, from my sources inside Michigan, what I've been hearing, and you can see it, it's starting to play out right in front of your eyes in real life. Don't see any way he survives this. And B, I think you're muted, even though you're saying something absolutely deep and
It was so
beautiful and
profound.
profound. It's so profound.
Profound.
We'll probably never have those words again, but see if you can find them. See if you can muster that back up there and bring us those golden tones, man.
No, man. It was like I sounded like James Earl Jones and
Oh man, I love
Shakespeare
that. I
all
love
together.
that. I love that.
Crap. But no. Yes, I was agreeing with you that he just it's only a matter of time. And listen, I'm going to I want to show y'all. I'm going to quickly share my screen. I'm going to give y'all a inside peek to the Buckeye Scoop board. Okay, this is what the Buckeye Scoop board looks like. If you have not joined Buckeye Scoop, join Buckeye Scoop. It's fire. Great discussion, inside information. We have stuff days, sometimes in this case, weeks before anything comes out. Like, I don't know what else to tell y'all. Like, Scoop keeps popping. We've been popping, but I'm just telling y'all. So here is Nevada's comment. I don't know if y'all can see this fully, but here's the screen so you can see the receipts. All right. And this is what it says. This is on December 2nd. I'm highlighting the date. Okay. This is Nevada. He was asked, who do you think they will go after coaching wise? Nevada's response, great question. Checking. Then he says, they are going to let him sign this class. Then the internal investigation, in quotes, will release their findings and Sherrone will be fired, in quotes, for cause. Nailed it. How many times this cat got to nail something for y'all to get off the goofiness about Nevada Buck? Like, how many times? And just scoop in general. We got the goods, man. I'm just telling y'all. So this is stuff that continuously happens. And so, listen, we knew this was coming. I was a little surprised. Like, oh, dang. I was thinking it was going to be a few more weeks maybe. But nah, this came up quick. Boom. And I was like, whoa. And yes, I was at my daughter's concert. I was just like, I was sitting there as a proud father, you know, watching her playing her viola with her bandmates, and my phone was blowing up. Like, where are you? Hop on the scoop right now. It was popping. I was like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like they picked the wrong day to fire him. But I'm back today. Lot to catch up on. But what a crazy 48 hours in Nevada.
Yeah, no, it was it's been a crazy time, and yeah, no, I appreciate you sharing the receipts. I mean, we've broken so many stories. We've it's been weird because we have better Michigan information than any of the Michigan people, and
Yeah.
we don't even try, beat like you and I don't even try. Like I don't try to get stuff on Michigan. Like we don't even cover Michigan. We're not even there. But somehow, so how they can they either get stuff purposely wrong. Well, I guess that would be the most generous reading of what they're doing, but like Scam Web putting out stuff when we were breaking this stuff, and Scam, putting out there's absolutely no truth to this. He is not being fired. Like, I do not know how that guy continues to have his job. I really don't understand how anybody continues to. If we were getting stuff that spectacularly wrong, I would quit the business. I would
Yeah.
quit. I would quit I would be like, man, I just this insider thing is just not working out for me. I'm just gonna quit because I couldn't I couldn't be that bad at my job and continue on. But he just shamelessly continues to do it. And those Michigan fans I don't know how could people pay money for that site? I just let me just tell you, spoiler alert, guys, you're being scammed. You're being scammed by Scam Web. Seriously. I mean, I just don't understand it.
Oh
I
man.
really don't. I mean, like I've learned in this business a while, man, you try to, leave yourself some out because I never try to say never because like things can turn and this and that. But that guy just steps in front of it. Oh, there's no truth to these Sherrone Moore rumors, and they're very salacious, and he is not about to be fired. It's like, man, we're just a couple of yokels from Buckeye Scoop, and we had it. Like, come on, Scam, you can't be this dumb. But yeah, no, we just continue to beat them on these stories, and it'll be interesting. I don't know how people because I'm not on the Michigan boards. I'm not on the Michigan boards or you got the Scam Web post stuff
Yeah,
for
that's what I was doing. I was scrolling through my phone on my Twitter trying to find it. And this is just so y'all that you think we capping over here. No, sir. This is a screenshot from Scam Web.
Scam Web.
A salacious rumor. Okay, listen. This is after Spiro was on the show with us. Okay, and we were laughing about the blonde toes in the pond and the white women and his preference and all the other stuff. All the whatever. He posted this after that. Pretty sure he was talking about us. If he wasn't, whatever. But says a salacious rumor about Sherrone Moore surfaced earlier today and sadly has been spreading as fact. It wasn't reported by a credible source, but that hasn't stopped it from spreading. I won't give it credence by reposting it here, especially since other programs are using it in recruiting in their attempts to break up the class and push current players into the portal. Here's what I can say on the matter after doing some digging. No, he hasn't been, nor is he slated to be fired. And no, there hasn't been any evidence of any misconduct. This is Scam Web signing off. Delusional.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so, sir, your thoughts? You like that reading, that interpretation of his?
That was beautiful. That was like an interpretive reading there, something like that. I do. I feel like how people do when they get the audiobooks and stuff like that.
Yes.
And they're like, you've got the guys with the great pipes, you got the Morgan Freeman reading the audiobook or something like that, and you're like, wow, this is great. B Moses, you should start doing readings, man.
Hey, who's
Um,
the big book Zondervan? Call me
yeah.
Zondervan. Let's
Penguin
get it.
books. Penguin
Let's get it
books.
popping.
You'll be doing those Harlequin romances or something like that. That'll be Moses. He rode towards her on the plane, his hair flowing in the wind. Like, oh no, B Moses, read me a romance novel. I don't want to hear this.
Oh man, jack of all trades. I'm about to post. I'm about to show you my meme I made on this too as well. But anyway, I did also want to say about the situation is that are y'all ready now? Some of y'all who just kind of been playing to the back with this Michigan stuff to admit that this program is a filthy cesspool, has been for a while. And what we've been telling you over the past couple of years and pointing out to you, the intrinsics, the Justin Spiros, the Buckeye Scoops, shining a light on this foolishness. This is like a corrupt. And look, I'm going to wait to say this. I was about to say something, but somebody super chatted it. So I'm going to wait and give them their shine. But I'm going to bring something up, Nevada, that was recently said by a certain individual within the program. And it's just like, you talking about aged poorly? It aged poorly. But I'm going to hold off for that super chat, Nevada.
Well, how about the fact that they play Mr. Brightside between the honest question. Can they continue that on? Will they continue on with that tradition after this?
They
can't. No, they can't. I mean, like for Ohio State, you know what I'd go with? I go don't. I'd go with like play
that funky music, white
boy. Yeah, that works, man. That's what it works. But Mr. Brightside, I don't think they can do it. I don't think they can do it.
It was terrible anyway. Like it's just terrible. And look at this dude. Somebody posted this and said this was this Dave Portnoy, and he's been spazzing out on social media, just rage baiting and just talking extra stupid.
Threatening to sue if people like Dave, you know where we're at. You can sue us, Dave. You can come on, Dave. Like, come on. Like this is it's so silly. This whole thing is it was just the worst kept secret. I'm telling you right now, we knew that from the recruiting, they wanted to keep their recruiting class together. Of course they held the report. Of course they did. So the recruiting class, they've already had one defection. I think it was like some 4-star tight end from South Dakota or something like that. Savion Hyder, Carter Meadows, both renegotiating. Bryce Underwood now has come in and he's renegotiating too, because you saw the article drop, and the article dropped about how he's got no buyout clause. So in other words, he doesn't need to pay back any of the money that he's been given from them if he decides to leave, and that he's looking at going to Oregon, and that there's a situation now where he's going to evaluate closely what happens with their new head coach. And I have really mixed feelings about that, because I said this before about Sherrone Moore. I liked Sherrone Moore being the head coach because he was completely lost. He was a deer in headlights there on the sidelines, didn't have any idea what was going on most of the time. Clock management abysmal, play calling terrible. Just a really poorly run program. So I liked him there. Fats Underwood, I like the fact that they latched their star to Fats, because he's not a good quarterback. He's a terrible leader. He's got questionable character. He's a slow processor, and I don't think he's ever going to be a good college quarterback. And so him leaving and then actually going out and getting somebody competent. Now I like the fact he's got the program held hostage right now, because he knows if he leaves the program, that will be seen as like a gigantic failure by Michigan.
Yeah.
And so no matter how bad have you seen his stats this year? You're on the Google machine right there. Call up Fats' stats, because I want to get him. I want to be accurate about his stats. But I want to know how good did he throw 35 touchdown passes this year, or was it less than 35 touchdown passes?
Let's pull it up together. We'll look at it real time.
We'll see if the over under the predictions were 35 touchdown passes, 6 interceptions, and like 5,000 yards. So we'll see how close he came to those predictions for the preseason. Let's see what Fats Underwood did.
All right, here we go. 29 total yards, 9 TDs, 6 interceptions, 73% QBR, or 73 QBR rating.
That's so bad. That is that's worse. Honestly, we talk about the memes all the time from Joe Bowserman about Joe Bowserman has better stats than that.
That's
Joe Bowserman. That's how bad this guy was. I mean,
he was considered the worst to us, like just
all-time worst. The all-time worst. He was the J.J. McCarthy of quarterbacks to us at Ohio State right there. And now you've got Bryce Underwood. 9 touchdowns against 6 interceptions. But he is literally holding them hostage right. He is literally renegotiating his deal. You thought $3 million a year was much? I'm hearing he's asking for 5 to stay. And so for them, like, do they pay it? Do they let him go? That's a real dilemma for Michigan. What does Michigan do, B?
Does he stay or does he go? All right. Well, I think they're going to do whatever. First of all, they were desperate. No buyout. Like he stuck y'all. Him and his agent stuck y'all big. Like the desperation, Nevada. As I answer your question, to pay this much money to a true freshman, to come in and put this much pressure on him, Portnoy, the Ace, all your insiders, your high up people in the media, put tremendous pressure on this kid to come in and beat Ohio, make the playoffs, and all this other stuff y'all said at the beginning of the season. No buyout. I mean, bro, this is just, it's embarrassing. And so, yes, I do think they keep him. They're going to pay whatever money they can to keep him because they're desperate. And so I'm going to be looking at this portal the next 24, 48 hours to see who else bounces. And so I think it's only a matter of time. I think they're thinking, they're processing, their agents are working. We're going to see something soon. But shoot, I don't even know what you asked me. Oh, yeah. Are they going to pay it? Yes. I'm sorry. They're going to pay it because they're goofies and they're desperate. At this point, Nevada, I mean, they are down bad. Things can get worse now for them. It's bad right now, but it can get worse quickly. With the transfer portal day coming up, I think it was January 2nd. Oh, yeah, bro. Not looking
Well,
good.
but I think the portal opened up right now with the firing of Sherrone Moore. I think
True.
they've already had, you know what I'm saying? I think it's like they have like double portal window thing here where the portal opens up and these kids can go. So they're, you know, for Michigan, you know, they've got to come up with the next head coach and they've got to come up with him quickly. And so I think they've got these fanciful notions that they're going to go get Kalen DeBoer or that they're going to go get, you know, I mean, you know, Brian Kelly or, you know, there's a lot of big, you know, Dabo, Dado Sweeney, these all these names are being thrown out there. But, and as I said before, and thing, I never say never, but in the, what if they don't? What if they don't and this drags out? What happens for
Yeah.
Michigan? Because you know the person doing the most generous reading would go, yeah, you know, they had this, they waited till they had their coach already locked down. They got this guy ready, you know, because the rumors were that they've got Kalen DeBoer. That's the rumors. They've got Kalen
Yeah.
DeBoer, and the only reason they just got Kalen DeBoer, and now they moved on Sherrone Moore, and they're going with moving forward with Kalen DeBoer, and they're doing it. So do we think that Kalen DeBoer would leave Alabama before a playoff game to go to
No.
Michigan?
No.
I mean, I mean,
It's
does that make any
it,
sense to you?
it's as silly as the rumors about Hartline leaving to go to Penn State. Even though he went to USF, but I mean,
Not at halftime. He didn't go at
right,
halftime.
not at halftime, and that was like 3 to 4 weeks before the season ended.
Yeah.
The regular season ended, at least, but Penn State fans were talking about like, oh, he was banging out like soon. So yeah, it's ridiculous. And of course they're so delusional. I agree with you, Chad. I'm looking at they're beyond delusional. They're down bad. They're trying to look for all types of silver linings, and they're pushing their narratives out there. Why would we trust? And we about to hop on some super chats. For one, they're stacking up, and there's some good ones we want to discuss. And then if Justin comes in, I want to give him some time. But why would we believe anything the Team Up North administration, fans, media has to say? They've been lying and holding back information, for so long. It's like, why would we believe anything you report at this point? We don't. Justin Spiro has been more right. Buckeye Scoop has been more right. Why would we believe you, Nevada?
Well, yeah, and I think, you know, they're in a situation where I think people are seeing just how corrupt this program is, and but I think that Sherrone Moore, I mean, Sherrone Moore is just, he's a product of the system. You know what I'm saying? But he's not, his actions were not an outlier. His actions were just part of the whole thing. I mean, you've got a system where up there, win at all costs. If you beat Ohio State, if somehow you find a way, cheating, whatever it is, you're untouchable. You can sit there. I mean, Sherrone Moore was openly following like hundreds of women on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like porn stars and other, just like, I mean, Sherrone Moore was, it was just out there in the open, man. This was not some clandestine activity of
Right.
some master criminal or something like
And
that.
hitting their
This guy,
DMs too. Hitting their
yeah, just
DMs.
Just hit them up and just be like,
Come
hey,
on,
you
man.
want to have dinner, and doing it on the company phone where they can seize and look at all his text messages and all this like come on, this was not a well thought out caper. This was not some master criminal doing it. So no, I think this is just another day at the office for Michigan. And any coach that steps into it is stepping into a situation where they don't have a president. You have no idea who that's going to be. You have no idea how long Ward Manuel is going to be there. You've got their roster is depleted. There's literally no one on that roster that I'd want, and you've got virtually no local recruiting. You've got a limited national recruiting. The one thing they've got going for them is they've got a decent NIL program, but it's not nothing that nobody else could replicate. And you've got unrealistic expectations of the fans. So to me, that's a toxic mess that's going to lead them to make some decision on coach. And people are like, well, this will be an upgrade over Sherrone Moore. And I'm like, talk about damning with faint praise.
Hmm.
Anybody was better
Right.
than Sherrone Moore. I mean, like, come on. Yeah, you're upgraded over Sherrone Moore. Well, duh. Of course. How many times we say he was a placeholder? He had to go down with the plane. That we knew that was going to happen, and it just happened, and we told you it was. Scoop had it first.
Indeed. Real quick, shout out to the good brother, Mark Swick. Happy birthday, man. Great dude. Great dude. Hope you're having a great day. And we appreciate you. And before we get to super chats, I wanted to show you my little meme here I made. It's the famous Drake meme. It's the approval of the cheating on the field. Oh yeah, let's do it. And then a disapproval of the cheating off the field. Gotta go. Just chose to do the wrong cheating this time, I guess. But all right, let's dive in. What we got here? Clueless, thanks for being a Scoop Watcher member. Thanks for the 2. Delusional Team Up North fans think they are going to get DeBoer. Yes, we were just talking about that. And look, this year's coaching stuff, carousel has been, we've never seen anything like this ever. So never say never, I guess. But yes, they're delusional, especially if they think they're going to pull him right now when he's getting ready for Oklahoma in the playoffs. So yeah, that's just dumb about it.
Playoffs. We talking about playoffs. Come on, we're talking about playoffs. No, yeah. As we said, I don't want to have a scam web moment here and to be like, oh, Nevada said we're not getting the board. They got the boards. Look, we have a very good insider on our board that thinks they're getting the board, that thinks or thinks that they've reached out. So I will never say never on that, but I don't see it. And what if they don't? All right, I hate to use this pun right now, but what is their plan B?
Oh, Jesus. I can just see you belly laughing right now. Oh, man, that's crazy.
Oh, man.
And look, here's another.
B, I just came up with that right off the top of my head. I'm a kid. I don't have writers. I don't have a staff. I literally just came up with that on my own, B. I literally
you don't have SNL writers in the background.
I don't have like a room of guys. Hey guys, what do we got? Plan B, Nevada. Plan B.
No, that was sharp. I'll give you credit. That was definitely sharp.
Thank you.
I'll give you that. And here's another one. Toledo Geo. I almost butchered that. Good Lord. Thanks for the 2. Coach Moore coaching at a different big house next year. I mean, it's just flowing.
No,
that's a good one. Oh boy, it's just we didn't even get into all of that. I'm sure y'all touched on that yesterday, but listen, I'll just say this real quick. Am I happy that he's crashing out? No. I don't want him to harm anyone or himself. And the situation he is in is terrible. Definitely not happy about that. It sucks. It's ridiculous. But boy, I tell you, man, it's like, dude, it's one of those things where you got the dichotomy of, yes, you don't want to see this stuff happen to any human being because it's just terrible. But then you have the flip side of it is like taking accountability. And, we all make decisions and take actions. And it's just like, dude, like, come on, bro. Like, for real. And so don't even let me get into the whole Michigan, them knowing and just letting it just stir and cook, for their benefit until it's not, convenient anymore. I'll just leave it at that. I don't know if you got anything to say about that before I go on about it.
Yeah, no, look, it's yeah, the human side of this is sad, and we were kind of struggling with that whole thing last night on the show.
Right.
But just I have a hard time. This is a Michigan thing. I'm not even goofing on Sherrone Moore. This is a Michigan thing. This is a Michigan culture thing. This is a Michigan environment thing. This is a Michigan rotten to the core program thing. And they're to blame. They're to blame as much as anything that Sherrone Moore did. They created the culture. They created the situation and the environment that made it okay for him to think that this type of behavior was okay. Because up in Michigan, anything goes. And if you don't believe me, well, I don't know. What to tell you, I don't know. I don't know how much more proof you need. But I blame Michigan, not Moore.
Yep, exactly. Excuse me, man. I'm struggling. I need some water. Yeah, it's a culture thing, for sure. And real quick, Stilly Matt, Bryce Bowserman is hilarious. Number one. Number two, I saw you say my bad B when I mentioned my being at the daughter's concert and people texting me. Stilly Matt was one of them. Stilly Matt, you don't have to apologize. You didn't know where I was at. You were just wanting to see me hop on. And so I don't know. You good. No need to apologize. It's all good. Everybody was hitting me up. Like, where you at, B? So don't feel no type of way about that, man. All right. Let me see what we got next. Okay. We got Clueless. Thanks for the 5. Josh Pate turned on Michigan. He sure did, and reported Michigan has known for months. These are multiple sources, multiple people in the media reporting this, by the way, not just Buckeye Scoop. Nevada and Spiro had this first. Absolutely. It's just the facts, Nevada.
Well, Justin Spiro is a freaking national treasure, man. I'm just telling
Yes,
you
he
that
is.
that guy in the age of investigative reporting, I mean, and I mean this sincerely, in terms of sports investigative reporters, I think he's the best there is. I think he's the best. I think a lost art. This guy is careful. This guy, checks and double checks the sources and doesn't go with stuff that he can't. I mean, the stuff that he's got on the Quorum LLC thing, like anybody else would be going with it right now, but he
Yeah.
doesn't have quite enough to kind of go there. But the Sherrone Moore thing, the Sherrone Moore meltdown, and if Michigan's not careful about how they deal with Sherrone Moore, that could be the straw that breaks the camel's back on the Quorum LLC stuff. Because Sherrone Moore knows. And so Michigan's got to pay him off. So this whole thing about for cause, here's the fight. The fight's going to be Michigan's going to say this was for cause. Sherrone Moore's lawyer is going to say, really? You've known about this for years. Why only now? Why only now is this becoming so? You knew that he was hitting the staff. You knew that he impregnated his executive assistant. You knew he was doing all this, but why now? And Michigan's going to say, well, and they're going to settle. They're going to give him millions of dollars, but the millions they're giving him are for silence. That's what they're buying more than anything in the world, because that Quorum LLC thing, that's the one thing that could sink them for the 2023. It's still drifting around out there. They just need one more thing to push it over. Sherrone Moore could be that one thing.
Come on, Sherrone. Sing like a canary on this one, buddy. They're trying to railroad you. They're
Do the
trying to
right
check.
thing.
They're trying to take your bread.
In the words of Spike Lee, do the right thing.
Do the right thing, for
Do the
sure.
right thing.
All right. James Ball Jr., thanks for the $4.99. What's your take on what Jordan Marshall said before the OSU game after what went down yesterday? Michigan over Ohio State because of coaching and culture. This is the super chat I was waiting on. Thank you, James Ball Jr. Exactly. Y'all remember the comments from Jordan Marshall? Oh, there's better people at Michigan, and he didn't like the people at Ohio State and culture and all this other BS crap. Like, come on, dog. Like, for real. Like, it's just silly, Nevada.
Yeah, talk about you talk about quotes that haven't aged well. I mean, in that quote was that Sherrone Moore was the best coach in football. Remember that one?
Oh,
We had the
yeah.
best coach in football, and he was right about one thing though. Sherrone's not just about him. Sherrone likes to give to others, man, and he gave. There's not many people that give the gift of life to another person right there. And he did it to his wife 4 times and to his executive assistant at some time. So, he's a giver. Sherrone Moore, trying to give as much as he can. And I think he probably gave too much. I think that's the thing. Maybe he was too giving.
A little too much for sure. Never too much, never too much. Oh,
Too
goodness.
much.
All
Sherrone,
right, man.
stop giving. Sherrone, stop giving. Stop giving.
Jesus, help us. Jesus in heaven, help us. All right, Raymond Mitchell, thanks for the 10. The crash out. Hold on, did I skip one? No, I didn't. The crash out is shocking. He could have just apologized, gone away for a couple years, then popped up as an assistant in the SEC or NFL. Now he can't earn a living to take care of his daughters. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's crazy, and there's a lot of stuff floating out there that hasn't really been like super confirmed as far as the antics and stuff he supposedly did. So I'm sure more specifics will come out, but it's a mess. It's sad. It's one of those things where it's just like, yes, Sherrone Moore is accountable for his actions, but then when you're kind of fostered in an environment like Michigan, a filthy, no accountability, we're cool with cheating, win at all costs, environment, it's just like it's a bad marriage. And so it's just terrible, man. It's terrible, Nevada.
Well, yeah, and like this is the part where I'm going to have a hard time, you know, conjuring up any tears for Sherrone Moore, because Sherrone Moore's been stealing money here for the last few years, taking this big $4 million a year, $5 million a year, because he was not qualified to do the job. They put him in the job as a figurehead. They paid him millions of dollars, and you know what? They're going to pay him millions of dollars to leave. So his kids are going to be eaten. You know what I'm saying, like that, or his ex-wife, soon to be ex-wife, or whatever. And again, I'm not wishing that on anybody, but whatever that circumstance is, there's going to be millions of dollars in the pot for them to play because Michigan is going to pay him for his silence to leave. And yeah, maybe if he gets another $8 million. I mean, man, a lot of people don't make that in a lifetime.
Right.
So I'm just having a hard time. You know, I mean, Sherrone, this was his own actions. This was not some act of God. This wasn't some accident. This was him going out making a conscious decision, doing this, and he's going to get paid well. But I understand there are a lot of innocent victims. There's a lot of people that got hurt. His wife didn't ask for this. His wife didn't ask to be humiliated nationally. His
Right.
kids didn't ask to be made a punchline. So yeah, for them, I absolutely feel sorry for them. But from an economic standpoint, he's going to be fine because Michigan can't afford to let him go. They can let him have him go away, but they don't want him to go away mad. So they're gonna make him happy.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Ernie Gonzalez, thanks for the 499. The girlfriend dropped the receipts, email at HR, so they dropped the hammer. Yeah. I mean, and it was only a matter of time. It's just, again, man, this notion that, oh, they just got the evidence and boom, nah. Nevada, what you got on this?
Yeah, no, yeah. This is something again. They've had this. Spiro had this, like the details. And where do you think Spiro got it? Okay, Spiro's a
Michigan.
Michigan State from Michigan.
Yeah.
He got it from the Michigan people. So it's like you don't have to guess. Like they're leaking this stuff. So when we say, "Hey, the calls are coming from inside the house, the knives are out," this is what the stuff's coming from Michigan because it's the same thing for Warde Manuel. That's the Nicole Auerbach thing. Where do you think that came from? That came from Michigan because they want to get Fat Ward. That's what the whole thing's about
Yep.
right now. So
Yep.
you don't have to guess with them. That's how they operate. The knives are out for Ward. The knives are out for Sherrone. They knew for a really long time. So it's like the girlfriend didn't even need to drop the receipts to HR. They had it, man. They
Yep.
had it. They were just waiting
Exactly.
for the moment. And you know what the right moment was? After signing day. That's when
Yep.
they waited 3 days after signing day, and that's when they moved on him.
Yep. Absolutely. Sean the Hammer, thanks for the 5. And thanks for being a Scoop Watcher member. Happy birthday to our dude, Mark Swick. Absolutely. Great guy, Scoop guy. And he shows up on the my Buckeye Scoop Facebook page and always leaves great comments. Great dude, man. Anything on Mark Swick, Nevada?
Happy birthday, Mark. Which do we have any idea what birthday this is? Is this like
29th,
like
29th,
20,
19th.
20 like B Moses 29th birthday, man? I'm telling you
Let's
what,
go
you
with
guys,
that.
let's go with that.
All
So youthful.
right.
Look at the youthful glow of your face right now, B. There's no way you're over 29, dude. There's no way. Your wife's a child bride. You had the kids released really young. I know you did.
Hey, I'll stick with 29, man, until these grays start just taking over. That's that. And listen, no, just for me. I don't use any just for me.
No, but
You know what I'm saying?
this must be a great camera. You must have like $1 million camera there because like your face is like just so nice. You know what I'm saying? Like
Uh,
none of this bad lighting. None of this bad lighting. People have this bad lighting and they look so terrible on this thing. And I look at B and I'm like, man, what a handsome 29-year-old man there.
I got a top of the line ring light that just makes me look. No, I got this thing around my neck like the witch on Game of Thrones, the red woman. Remember, she would
Yeah,
take it off and she
yeah,
would turn old. When she put it
yeah.
on, she would be like young and beautiful. Anyway,
That was disturbing when she did that.
it was very disturbing.
It was
I was
very
not ready for
disturbing.
that.
No, I'm not ready for that either. I'm like, oh no, this is
Oh
bad.
man.
Oh, so bad.
Oh, all right. Colossus 75. Thanks for the 5. In the air tonight comes to mind. So you can wipe off that grin. I know where you've been. It's all been a pack of lies. Classic Michigan culture, Nevada. I
Come
just
on.
picture Mike Tyson on Hangover.
Yeah.
All right. See, it's just we're just walking, talking movie reference, guys.
Oh
It's
my
just
gosh. It's
it's
all been a
too
pack of
easy.
lies. Yeah. Play Mr.
It's
Brightside, Siri.
Roll. Thanks for the 499. How much will Harbaugh's tree cost? Hold on, what? How much will Harbaugh's tree cost him in lawsuits? If Michigan knew about the relationship, I'm guessing the assistant will get a 7-figure payout as well. Ho ho ho. Hold on. Justin, what's up, brother?
What is up,
You
my
just
friends?
you
Sorry,
just
I'm
popped
quite
in.
late.
Just
Well,
nah,
I
you're
was
good.
about to call you, and I was getting messages saying I had to hop on Dave Portnoy's Spaces. So I'm like, "There's no way this guy's
Oh,
gonna call on me." Me off right before I was about to
wow.
drop an anvil on his head, but it was a good talk nonetheless.
Wow, that is shocking. I'm surprised he let you get any words in.
If he let me go for a couple minutes, had a nice exchange. He made a point that made absolutely no sense. That was easily
Of
debunked,
course.
but he cut me off before there was a debunking opportunity. So is what it is. But yeah, sorry to join you guys on the back end of your show, but happy to do it as always. And it's a beautiful, beautiful week to be one of the righteous brothers up here. I hope you guys are having fun down there. Vindication found
Yeah.
me again, and that it's getting a little bit old, but not entirely. I'm still enjoying every single one of these victories over these absolute morons. And it's a shame that they keep stepping into the bear trap, but they keep doing it over and over again. So it is what it is. I can't control what they do.
Not at all. So, Justin, if you can dive right in, because we are at the end and we got some super chats, but I want people to hear. Remember, I asked you earlier via text. I kind of want you to expound on that, if you don't mind.
Yeah, you were asking me about basically you were skeptical about the timing of the revelation that they had this confirmed. Is that a fair characterization?
Yeah, I was yes, but more so skeptical about what their media and their fans have been saying, and then what you told me earlier kind of is closer to what I was thinking. Not exactly, but closer. So I wanted you, to talk about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, in terms of the fans and media, they're nuts. I mean, you can't believe anything they say, and really, a lot of this stuff is just bury your head in the sand. And there were like someone like Sam Webb. I was getting messages from a lot of Michigan State media people right when he came out with that denial, asking me, is he legit with this? Like, because they had known my counter reporting to this, and they said, is he in on this? Is he covering it up? I don't know what's in people's hearts and minds, but I do find it funny that all of these people in their media are coming out, and their fans even are saying, "Oh, we knew about this all along," but we're threatening me and tagging the University of Michigan Law School, like the law school is going to sue me. Like that makes any sense for this stuff 5 seconds before I tweeted about this story in cryptic but clear fashion still the morning it happened, literally yesterday morning. And I had people implying that they were going to sue me and that the school's going to sue me and I better watch out and tagging Sherrone Moore. So it's this sort of revisionist history that like, oh, we knew this all along. The one thing I'll defend Michigan on, because, you know, it's we've argued about, oh, did Harbaugh know about the signing and all that stuff. I'm going to be honest and fair and objective in the reporting. I'm not objective in my feelings, but my reporting is. They were legitimately confronted by the staffer in question, you know, within 24 hours of this coming out. But there's no question that the intensity and their enthusiasm for this investigation is completely different if they're headed towards the CFP. The reason she caved is because of the ongoing internal ramping up of the investigation, which only occurred because they want him out anyway. Now, there's nothing nefarious there. Really, this is what they should be doing. But it does not occur and did not occur until the season was lost. It would not have occurred had they beaten Ohio State. That's the problem. So, like, really, I don't have a problem with them intensely investigating this, but the timing of it is quite peculiar. And, you know, I was told flat out that there was enthusiasm to do this that would not have existed otherwise. So, yeah, this is, they came to a just result, but the path was quite nefarious, in my opinion.
Nevada, what you got on that?
Well, first of all, I can't believe that Justin is referring to Michigan as nefarious in any way, because those guys have been so honest and forthright in all of their dealings. And so, you know, I'm a little offended, to be honest with you, Justin, that you come. I referred to you earlier as the GOAT, and now you come in here and you told me spending these vicious lies about Michigan there. So, I mean, I'm
and that's at what point? How many like arrests are like? What's the number? I'm curious. What is the number of arrests? Because we're up to 7, and it really the worst of these people wasn't even arrested. It really should be 8. Alex Ude was caught on tape trying to meet a minor at Walmart for bad purposes. But like, what is the magic number, guys? You tell me, where we can just all, not just you and I, the entire planet, including these freaks with the stupid M emojis. What is the number that we get to where we stop giving them the benefit of the doubt? What is the benefit of the doubt line in the sand number? Is it 12 arrests, 10, 15? I think we can all agree. If we can't agree on the number, can we at least agree that there should be a number? There has to be some figure that pretty much anyone that's not in a straitjacket can agree, okay, there's something wrong here. We can probably never give them the benefit of the doubt on anything, including, for example, the comms issue in the game against you guys a couple weeks ago. Maybe it was innocuous, but like, is it on us to not believe them? Is it our fault that they are to be disbelieved? At some point, even if they are innocent of whatever they're being accused of, the accusation that is in that example false is still their fault and their guilt. Because if you get busted 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times, and then you're innocent on what appears to be the 13th, are we bad witch hunt Salem witch trial freaks for thinking you were guilty? Or are we using Occam's razor and saying, wow, these people are 3x more arrests, 4x more scandals than anybody else in the country, whoever's in second, take your pick. Are we the crazy people for looking at them and then seeing something that looks very fishy across the board and assigning the worst possible outcome and version of what happened and what the intent was there? Because I will admit, we can be wrong. At some point, Michigan will be falsely accused of something that was really not nefarious. It may have just been someone else's mistake or an honest mistake, or even, you know, an independent party's intervention mistake. It's going to happen at some point. At some point, they're going to be suspected of doing something they didn't do. Is it our fault for that? Or is it their fault? I would argue it's their fault. So, you know, that's the thing with them. It's like Portnoy saying, you know, there's some bad apples, whatever. That's what he was trying to tell me on the Spaces a few minutes ago. That's ridiculous. And he doesn't really believe that. He's playing a character, and that's fine. But there's people that really believe that. It's hilarious. This is the most ridiculous, corrupt program. I still don't know how, like, Michigan State people, we were not really victimized by it. We had to hear their nonsense and their bragging about these cheating wins. But Ohio State fans should be apoplectic about what these freaks did to your school and your program and to your head coach and his family. I don't know how you guys sleep at night without wanting to strangle them metaphorically, not like literally, like go over there with a knife like their head coaches do. Not not show up at people's houses like their fans did to mine, or threaten rival head coaches' innocent siblings. I don't mean like literally, but just metaphorically. How do you not see your hands gripping around the metaphorical Black M neck and just squeeze out the life of these freaks that stole so much from you guys and terrorized you? This program and this athletic department is a disgrace, and even they are finally around the edges starting to admit this. Finally, belated, but finally some of them are saying enough's enough with at least Warde, get him out of here.
Well, let me ask a question, B. But while because we got the great Justin Spiro, I want to take quick time to ask this question. How does this end for Warde Manuel? We've offered up our version of what we think is going to happen. What's your thoughts on, can Warde Manuel survive another scandal within the athletic department in this making them a national laughingstock? Can he survive it?
If this were any other school, I would say there's no way. But how am I supposed to handicap that, Nevada? This guy should have been fired 16 scandals ago. You guys don't even know about half of the stuff. I mean, we'll wait for a different day, I'll tell you about the hockey program. I know you don't care about college hockey, maybe, but it's the athletic department. It's what they do. It is the most ridiculous program and department, and is run by this man who's got his hand so much in it that his wife's car was crashed by the star point guard, which he had no business driving in the first place, gave a fake name to police, fled the scene of a crash, which is a felony, and no one charged this guy with anything. He was suspended for 1 game against Tulsa or something and came back, and nobody cared. It was never investigated why the star point guard on the team, an all Big Ten guy, was driving at 2 a.m., 50 miles an hour on a 20 in winter conditions, and slammed the athletic director's wife's car into a pole. This happened, and not only was he not removed, no one in town up here even asked him about it. So do I think he can survive, will survive? I don't know, man. We are in the twilight zone. This guy should have been fired 12, 13, 14 scandals ago. But I'm not exaggerating. I could list off 30 off the top of my head. So I'm sorry. I know that's a cop-out, but I don't know. But if you're making me answer, he really shouldn't survive this. But what I think should happen makes no sense, because I live in a rational world, and these people are freaks. And this guy surviving, cockroach, this guy is 100 cockroaches and 73 cats. I don't know how many lives this guy has. You can't get rid of this guy.
Intrinsic, clip this, sir. Clip this and post it. Thank you. This particular rant, but listen, I got a question for you, and I know we're trying to. There's a lot going on, but let me ask you, Justin, what is it going to take? Shout out to my homie DeJuan West. He always asks me, "What's up with them LLCs, B? What's up with them LLCs? Can you please tell me what will it take for that to come to the surface, man?"
Well, there's two ways. There's two paths to it. I either get permission from any of the multiple sources that I have to publish what I have, or I find a different source that will go on the record. You don't have to. People are trying to convince me. I get messages. People have offered me, like, literally, I'm not joking, money. Like in some cases, a large sum, like 2 cases, a pretty large sum of money, like offering me money to publish. I'm not kidding. It's from your fan base, actually. It's two different offers, financial offers from Buckeye fans. They're like, "Can we just pay you to do this?" It's not. You don't have to convince me. I'd love to do it, but it's off the record stuff. But and that's why I shared it with Odell Bredham, who's the bigger Michigan State account than mine. I think he's the only bigger account than mine in our space. And I shared it with Graham Couch of the Lansing State Journal, a credentialed journalist who covers the team. Because if I get hit by a bus tomorrow, I want people to know those tapes exist and I wasn't making it up and the evidence is out there, et cetera. So, I mean, I understand why people are like, "Oh, if he had it, he'd publish it." I've shared it with 2 people, including a credentialed journalist, and identified them publicly, and they have confirmed that they've heard these tapes that prove it, and they're irrefutable. And that's not even the only evidence I have, but that's the smoking gun. I mean, they're dead to rights. So they did it. They're ineligible. Quorum was ineligible. He knew, and the whole thing should be gone. But I can't report that if it's off the record. I just can't do it. So that's the answer. I need to either get one of the sources to change their mind, which I check in often, or I need to find another pathway to the story, which I'm always looking for.
And listen, that's very understandable. And this is just a reminder. Nevada and I mentioned this before Spiro hopped on. He's not just some hack guy who's just, he makes sure he double, triple, quadruple check sources. If his source says you can't go with it, he doesn't. I mean, this dude is solid as they come. He's charitable to the team up north, when he feels like it's necessary, when I'm thinking like, but he still does that because he's a fair dude. Regardless of what you scum fans out there think, he's a vile human. He's not. He's a solid dude with great sources and is very talented, and we appreciate him. Nevada, there's 2 super chats. I wanted to present to Justin to see if he can help us answer. You ready?
Man. Let's do it.
All right. So here we go. Let's stay on the one we got here now from Roe. He says, how much will Harbaugh's tree cost them in lawsuits? If Michigan knew about the relationship, I'm guessing the assistant will get a 7-figure payout as well. What's your thoughts on that, Justin? Did we lose him? Did he get a call? Did we lose you?
Man, what if he was assassinated? What if like some Michigan sniper or something? What if it happened, man? Oh my gosh.
Them comms is getting hacked again.
Those comms, they could have hacked his comms. That could have happened. If he comes back.
Let me see if he texts me.
If he comes back. Let me see if he. Let's see. His comms could all be down, though.
He probably got a call. So listen, we'll answer this because we didn't get a chance to answer. And then if he jumps in, he jumps in. So Nevada, okay, he said 7 figures.
She's going to get paid, man. She's going to get paid. She is going to get paid. I mean, her boss, under the color of the authority of her boss, she works for him, impregnated her. That's bad, B. That's bad.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm a little fuzzy on the really bad? I'm a little fuzzy on the good bad, but that's bad. So yeah.
Goodness, man. Yeah, I mean, yes, definitely gonna get paid. This is
and apparently then forced her to have an abortion and stalked her after that. He was stalking her.
Now that
yeah,
man, I don't know. Yeah, so there you go.
So to answer the question, she going to get paid?
Yeah, that's it's just funny because real time as I'm processing this, like how people say that now, say it out loud. Like when I hear this stuff out loud, it's just like, dog, like this is like, come on, man, like what's really going on? What are we doing here? All right, Pinky in the house. Thanks for the $4.99. This was another one I was going to ask Justin to answer, but we lost him. Maybe he'll come back. But it says Thamel claims that this has only happened the last 1 or 2 days. The first tip was found inconclusive. Thamel is a Team Up North mouthpiece. He proved that during the Stallion stuff. Obviously you already know how I feel. I don't think that's really accurate. But Nevada, any response to that?
Well, my response is like I said, we don't even care about Michigan or even doing it. And we knew about this 10 days. We knew about this completely 10 days ago. We'd heard rumors about this 6 months ago. We've been posting about this for months. We've been doing shows about this for months. So if you and if B. Moses, the Nevada Buck, know about this, how in the world could Michigan administration not know about it? That's my only question. Like, do you think we're the only people in the world that knew about this? If they didn't know about it, it's because they willfully turned their eyes away from it because they didn't want to know. That's the only thing that I can say. So, it's like, did they know or should have known? Well, they absolutely should have known because we knew. Right. So that's all I can say.
Yeah, it's naive to think otherwise. And of course, the Thamels and the Wetzels and, bought and paid for, if you ask me, after the shenanigans with Stallions. All right, let's move on. The good brother who I had the pleasure of meeting in Wisconsin, great dude, Iowa Buck. Thanks for the $4.99. Scoop has been right about everything, worth every penny of the subscription. Another day, another scum scandal. I mean, it's just we've been telling y'all. So, amen to that. You heard my rant earlier about this. So I have nothing else to say. You're correct, Iowa Buck. Nevada?
Well, yeah, just look, we go out with stuff because we've got good sources and we talk to people and we if we don't have something, we don't go with it. I know people want to go, oh, they're just making stuff up. Really, we just made up another story. We made up 10 days before that Sherrone Moore was going to be fired right after National Signing Day, and then it happened. That was just a lucky guess. Like, come on. Like at some point, people have got to give us our due. We work hard at this. We're good at this. But this one, I can't even say that we worked particularly hard at this story because this story was so out there. Everybody knew. Like I said, Sherrone Moore was publicly following porn stars and the like on his Instagram. Like that's all for people to see. This isn't like some state secret. It was right there. Like his side piece and his wife were following each other on Instagram. Like I don't like I don't even know what to
It's
say.
like, bro, you tripping. Like you moving like a regular Joe Schmo. You are the head coach at the University of Michigan, bro. You can't move like everybody else moves. It's just silly. And it's just dumb. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's move on. Roll, thanks for the $4.99. B's Sam Webb voice is up there with Nevada when he does the lunatic fan. Trey Henderson sucks voice.
Trey
Yes.
Henderson sucks. Trey Henderson's soft. He's soft.
Listen,
Trey Henderson's he's not very good. He has no vision.
listen, that voice is goated. I am honored to even be compared in the same team picture as that voice. So thank you, bro.
Man.
Like I'm like, I gotta tell the wife about this after the show.
Oh
Very
man.
happy. But yeah, that's that the Sam Webb voice was, yeah, I don't know, that just came out of nowhere, but I'll stick with it. I will stick with it. Will the Thrill, thanks for the 1999. Scum. There's never been a more appropriate nickname for an organization. It's literal, not just rivalry banter. Also, Play That Funky Music will be the perfect theme song for the 4 tight
Oh
end
no.
package.
Oh no. You can't.
That
Oh,
was funny.
hold on. Now, Play That Funky Music is like one of the greatest. The band from Steubenville. It's like it's perfect. The Wild Cherry. They're like a national treasure. Like that. The 4 tight end set sucks. I can't associate that with like we'd have to come up with some other song for the 4 tight end set. The 4 tight end set is. I just don't even have words
what would you
for it.
call it? What'd you compare it to?
It's a train wreck, man. It's a disaster. It's a bone that he throws to Keenan Bailey, where Keenan Bailey can go out and go, guys, everybody, they play everybody in their room. They're the only position group that can say that everybody in their room
True.
plays in the game. And it's like it's insane that Ryan Day's thrown that bone to him that they do. I think Ryan Day's got a thing about toughness, likes to kind of we that's probably true. He's still got kind of that toughness thing's always bugged him. And so he feels like that 4 tight end set is tough and they do it, but no, we can't play that funky music in the 4 tight end set, man. That just makes me sad.
So there you have it, Will. Funny to me, hilarious to me.
How about
but
we play Mr. Brightside whenever the 4 tight end set comes out?
but approval denied by Nevada.
No, we can't do that to play the funky music.
Oh man, that is funny. Pinky in the house. Yes, I have to say it like that every time. Okay, it's law. Thanks for the $4.99. They let Underwood go and get a QB out of the portal. I don't know. Maybe they say, you know what, we still got to pay this $30 million for cheating. So maybe we just can't afford. And Portnoy said he's not going to pay anymore. So maybe you're right. Maybe they let him go and go pick up another mid quarterback in the portal. What you think, Nevada?
Man, I just don't know if they can. I mean, they've latched their star so firmly to that. There's so much of their identity is in Bryce Underwood. I don't think they can let it. I don't think they can let him go. Like it's like in Brokeback Man. I can't quit you. I don't think they can quit him. I don't think they can. It's like I can't quit you, Bryce. I can't. I don't care how many times you underthrow it or turn the ball over or miss the open receiver or just suck in general. I can't quit you, man.
Yeah, they love the kid. I mean, it's a perfect marriage. I mean, the arrogance and the, hey, let me take selfies and run my mouth about
Oh my God.
my rivalry and also pit myself against Matt Patricia on camera with Charles. I mean, just like it's a perfect marriage. So yeah, Yeah, they can't quit
Yeah,
him.
but B him clowning when they were down 18 to USC. That to me,
Oh
that
yeah.
summed the whole thing up. I even can forgive the before season trash talk or the before a game or whatever. You're losing by 18 points and you're on the sideline taking selfies. Oh man, that was bad, but so on brand.
Not good in my Brady Hoke voice. Mike Green, thanks for the 4.99. So my little bro, I'm sorry. So my bro is linked to a Team Up North booster as a investment banker. He said wide receivers Morgan had dirt on Moore was the reason he didn't get benched all season. That makes sense because Morgan is cheeks. So that tracks, Nevada. What you think?
Well, look, everybody knew, man. I guarantee. Do you think that we're the only people? It's kind of like the Stallion scandal. They're leading us to believe that people at Central Michigan knew about it, that Jake Costner, that Jim McElwain knew about it, but that Jim Harbaugh didn't. So it's the same thing on this scandal. We're the only ones that know for his penchants for white women? We're the only ones that know that he's likes the blondies. You know what I'm saying? Like we're the only ones that are supposed to know that he impregnated his executive assistant. Like, come on, that was a widely known secret. Everybody had to be in on that one. There's no way, B, that you sitting there in Columbus and me in Manhattan Beach, California, cracked the code and the team didn't know about it. Come on, give me a break.
Nevada, listen, I'm sorry. You just brought this to my mind. Another movie reference. And don't get sensitive. Y'all better not get sensitive.
But this isn't
The
Blazing Saddles. Is this Blazing Saddles?
Blazing Saddles. Where the white women at? How could you not put that out there as a quote with
Come
this
on,
situation, dog?
It's the greatest gif of all time.
Oh, that movie. I'm gonna go
Uh,
listen. And this
uh,
weekend, because it's been too much going on. I'm gonna watch Patton. I'm gonna
yes.
rewatch The Last Dragon, and I'm gonna
Yep.
watch Blazing Saddles. Okay. if you youngins out there have not seen Blazing Saddles, watch it. Anyway, all right, we got to keep going. Got to keep going. Ernie Gonzalez, thanks for the 199. 1567 yards by Portnoy. Well spent money. Man, Portnoy, man, is he not the biggest clown ever? I mean, just ever. I mean, look at this dude. Look at him. Look at this face. But no, he's just annoying. You got anything on that, Nevada?
Well, it's just what's sad to me is that's what so that whole formula, the clicks, the outrage, him playing the role, as Justin said, that
Yeah,
makes money, and that people respond to that, and I don't think they should. I think it's disgusting. Got a gig on Fox because of it. It's made him everything that he has just because of that thing, and it's a shame that's what's considered excellence today, and I think it's kind of sad, to be honest with you.
I agree. I agree. Fox enabling the foolishness is just dumb. But again, once again, our fan base is being used, for propaganda and milking for money and clicks and whatever else is just ridiculous. All right, Clueless. Thanks for the 5. Thanks for being a scuba. Remember, I don't know why anyone would want that Michigan job. The program is on fire, and the higher ups keep denying it. Somebody's going to take it. Somebody is going to take the money, and they're going to go in and take it. Now, are they going to be a great quality coach, like a great hire? I don't know, but somebody will take it because they like money. Nevada.
Yeah, no, I mean it's yes, I'm somebody's yeah, the job will not go unfilled. Somebody will take the
Right.
job. How good that person will be or whatever it is, will yet to be seen. We'll yet to see if they're playing chess. If they pull Kalen DeBoer out and then we then go, yep, hey, I will tip my hat though. I'll be like, something, that was well played, guys, but I just don't see it happening, man. I don't see anybody stepping into such an unstable situation that's got all that going for them. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays. Anybody's an improvement over Moore, so they've already upgraded.
Definitely. Geo did what's up. Thanks for the 5. 12 million gets you number 7 in QBR in the Big Ten. That's 73.9 completion percentage. We're all dink and dunk passes. One game, the Cheaters up north caught 19 RPOs. He threw it once. Yeah, I remember that. Geo did. He's just, I mean, listen, he came in overrated, too much expectations, and no one to help him progress in his skill set. It's a terrible combination, Nevada.
Yeah, now hold on. Do you have his stats up there? I don't think he doesn't have a 73.9% completion percentage. That was his
QBR. That was his
that was
QBR.
that was his
Right.
QBR. What's his completion percentage be? You've got that there in the
Let me
Google.
see if it's still up here.
It doesn't have a 7 in front of it. It's a 6. I guarantee you that.
Man, oh, see the ESPN, it doesn't. Hold on. Let me go a little to the next page here.
Yeah.
Okay, completion percentage 61. 61.
I mean, 61 at 170. I was going to say 73.9 is really good.
Yeah, that's 61. A good call out. That's a good catch.
Yeah, 61. Yeah. That's ass, my dude.
That sounds a lot better because I was thinking to myself but then I was like, oh yeah, he means QBR.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's. I mean, yeah. Clueless. Thanks for the 2. Michigan is a circus. Where's the popcorn? Yeah, they are. And yeah, we can compartmentalize the fact that it sucks to see humans go through stuff that's just like, dog, there's people getting hurt here. What are you doing? And then on the flip side, it's just like, can we not see the cesspool? We've been telling you, it just keeps getting worse. It's just like it. When I don't know. I guess my question again, I'll ask: how much more will it take for some of y'all to realize, like, we're not hating, like this is just what it is, Nevada?
Yeah, I mean, look, we've talked about the different scandals. We've talked about everything that's going on, and there's a reason why it only happens at Michigan like this, and how this is just it's not a cosmic accident that all these scandals and all this, the largest on-field cheating scandal, the Matt Weiss thing. I mean, if you just took the 3 of those things, the Matt Weiss thing, the Stallions thing, and now the fact that the head coach for Michigan impregnated his staffer and then tried to kill her. I mean, those all 3 happened at the same place, all within 24 months of each other. And we're supposed to be led to believe that that's just an accident?
Right.
No.
Or not a culture thing?
No, it's culture. It's culture. That's not just happenstance.
Not at all, man. All right. What a thrill. Thanks for the 499. They'll get someone like Jed Fish and Ryan Day will go dominate him just like he did to the snow. What is that? Bambino. I can't see that little emoji. But yeah, Jed Fish, I've heard that as well. Yeah, none of these names really scare me or concern me. Some of them, listen about it, some of them were actually like, oh, Urban Meyer's not going to turn down 18 million. They were dead serious, bro.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think Jed Fish is about the right level type of guy for them. I think I can see that happening, but look, nothing's going to stop nothing's going to change the fact that they don't have a good local recruiting base in Michigan. Nothing's going to change the fact that they've got a crap roster. I mean, they finished 12th this year in recruiting, or 14th or whatever, and they just had decommitment, so they're going down. They're not going to add players. They're not going to get better. They're only going to lose guys out of a bad thing. And there's virtually nobody in there too deep that I want on our team. I mean, I'm saying, like, you could pick anybody on their team. Say you could pick them and pull them on the Ohio State team. Who would you want? Nobody. I don't want a single player on their team. So that's the roster. I don't care who the coach. I don't care if it's Vince Lombardi, channeling Don Shula, channeling, Bill Walsh. You have a crappy roster, and you're not going to win with a crappy roster.
Yep. And here's kind of a this goes hand in hand with the last comment and your comment, Nevada. Gio did thanks for the 5. To me, no credible head coach will take a job at that cesspool school. They will have to get a young OC or DC. DeBoer, Fish, Kelly aren't coming to me. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, if it money and I don't know. We'll see. This current scandal was still young and early. I think a week from now we're going to kind of see how things are going. Like, I don't expect this to get any better anytime soon. So it's going to be interesting to see, Nevada, who they actually get.
Well, and it's going to be interesting to see if Warde Manuel's the guy that's leading the charge. As Spiro said, Warde Manuel should have been fired 7 scandals ago, and the fact that he is still, lurking around the hole. I envision him moving around the halls, kind of like Jabba the Hutt, kind of like this big fat blob, just kind of moving right down the halls right there. And I see Portnoy as kind of be like the Princess Leia character on the chain and stuff like that. You got Portnoy in there and stuff, and he's managed to live, but I don't think he can survive this one. This one's gotten too much circulation. This
Oh
one's
yeah.
provided too much embarrassment. As you started off the show, you talked about how this has gotten wide run. I don't think he can survive it.
Yeah, this is like Good Morning America level, like, the soccer moms that watch their programs. They're not their programs, but their programs every morning. They're hearing about this. It's crazy. So yeah, I agree. I agree. All right, Mike Green. Hold on. There it is. Thanks for the $4.99. He also seen Fats with a see-through duffel bag of full of money at a Piston game before the season started. Lame. Yeah, listen, I believe any story. Okay. It's just, look, man, just want to remind y'all, for those who don't know, Bryce Underwood did not go to Michigan because he loves Michigan. He was committed to LSU, and he dissed Michigan more than once publicly when it came to development. He went there for the bread. And now if he stays, it's going to be for the bread. Period. Nevada.
Yeah, no, and that's the guy. That's the guy that's leading your program. That is the face of the program. That's the guy that's the spiritual leader, the cultural leader, the guy that sets the pace for everybody else, the guy with the see-through duffel bag of money. That's the guy. Like, yeah, no, that's not what I want. Give me the baby faced assassin and Julian saying, and you can have Fats over on that side.
Absolutely. Nick Ma 71, thanks for the 5. Is Moore really that stupid to think she cared about anything other than a shot at the 7-digit salary? Who knows? I'm willing to bet he's just that stupid in general for the decision making. And because it's one thing that you just made a bad decision. But dude, like, this has been going on for a minute. And it's just like, come on, dog. And so now, Nevada, didn't they report? I don't know, and I'm asking because I'm not sure if this was 100% confirmed. Wasn't her salary doubled? Like, didn't she have a ridiculous raise or something like that?
She got a title change, and then got raised to $90,000 a year, because she was so good at dictation or whatever it was. So something
Unbelievable,
unbelievable.
man. And you mean to tell me, just one quick thing? You mean to tell me for the Michigan higher ups, the administrative people who sign off on this stuff didn't say, that's interesting? I mean, come on, man. Anyway, all right. I'll move on. I'll shut up. All right, what we got next? Jeff Rittenhouse, thanks for the 5. Per Michigan, cheating does not justify getting canned, but this does. Can you say selective enforcement? Absolutely. It's a corrupt culture. I mean, I've heard people say karma and all that. Listen, like this, I don't know what you call it, whatever you want to call it. But to me, it's just more manifestation, more results, more consequences of a filthy culture from the top down to the bottom. Now, if we can get them LLCs popping, then whole thing blows open even more, Nevada.
Well, they'll put up with cheating. They'll put up with cheating on the field. They'll put up with cheating off the field. They'll put up with you impregnating a staff member. They'll put up with any of that. What they won't put up with is losing. That's the selective enforcement.
True.
So, like, that's the only thing that the whole story is exactly the same, except for you beat Ohio State, all this goes away. But you lose, oh, now there's the selective. Now the faux outrage, the moral turpitude coming. Oh my gosh, how could this go on? We can't put up with this. Had you won, oh man, they'd put up with it.
Yeah, very true. And I was listening to who was the Michigan person I was listening to? I forget, but they were saying that after each loss this year, this whole get Sherrone out of here and turn the heat up on his behind the scenes stuff he's doing was ramping up, but then they start winning again and it would die down, and then they lost to USC. It would ramp up again, die down, and then boom, Ohio State, enough is enough. So again, this was the best kept secret. This was not some, we were investigating. We didn't have anything, but just a few days ago, we finally got it. Nah, man, it was time. They already had the clip loaded. They just had to pick the gun up and shoot. And so that's just where we are. So, all right. DLS141, thanks for being a Scoop Ultra member. Thanks for the 10. Time for Justin to release the hounds on the impermissible benefits. And I wanted him to get that out on the record again, because not just for my guy Dewan. but just people in general. They want to know like what's the hold up with that. And so he explained it. So, I mean, I'm hoping that whatever happens, so it can come to light, because it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous that it wasn't dealt with. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny. I saw somebody say on Twitter, they was like, it's funny, Michigan fans, like, and Justin Spiro has been great at pulling receipts of this, Nevada, of Tackgate, showing Michigan fans and media just absolutely going berserk on Ohio State, calling us the worst ever cheaters, and everything Tressel did in his entire tenure was tainted because players got discounted tattoos from memorabilia. But at every turn, they've denied, deflected, and played down all of this stuff the past few years. And it's just ridiculous. So with that said, yeah, what's up with them LLCs, Nevada?
Yeah, I mean the irony of their outrage over the transgressions at Ohio State compared to what when you look at on a scale compared to what they're going through right now, I just don't even have any words. I mean, but it's just like I said, it's so typical for Michigan, and that's what Michigan does. They've created this alternate reality that they operate in, and then all of them, the Michigan man, the whole myth of this ethical, always do the right thing, always, and it's just complete garbage. They couldn't be further away from it. They literally own the biggest scandals in the history of college sports, and they own them all at the same time. It's like they've got the triple crown of wins. So, at least you guys got that going for you guys.
Which is, well, it's not good, but
yeah.
I was going, you know how you play, which is good, but not in this case.
No, which is nice. I got that going for me. Which is nice.
All right, we got the last super chat here. It's biracial Batman, which is always hilarious. Thanks for the $1.99. Portnoy equals inspo for Mr. Brightside. Total queef. So, full disclosure, Nevada, I had no idea about this Mr. Brightside song until this year. Okay.
Oh, really?
And I don't know. I'm not hip to that song. I'm like, okay. It's just like, who is that? And I heard him singing at the game. I'm like, okay, this song sounds creepy. And it's just like, and the students are singing, and Mr. Bryce. I'm just like, y'all look dumb. Even my son was like, what are they singing? Why are they singing like that? I was like, I don't know, son. They're Michigan fans. Like, they're idiots. They're all idiots. Like, who knows? But so anyway, yeah, I'm just now getting hip to this Mr. Brightside song, Nevada.
Yeah, I mean, no, when it first came out, I was like, do they realize what they're singing? But I mean, I know that there's words that are easily repeatable and stuff like that, but do they know what they're singing about? Now, in light of what's going on with Sherrone Moore, they can't continue that. They just can't. They just can't.
They better pick another song. They better be somewhere.
You got to do something else, man. Got to do something else. I don't care if they still jump around from Wisconsin. Do something else.
Just something else.
Yeah, but you can't do Mr. Brightside anymore. Can't.
Yeah, no, I agree. So listen, all right, look. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Great show. We're going to keep bringing you the goods. Speaking of bringing you the goods, soon as you hop off here, Dev is live with Intrinsic. Intrinsic is going to bring it. He's another righteous brother, super friend. He's going to bring it. Make sure you hop right on with Dev and Intrinsic when we get off of here. We're going to see y'all tomorrow. And go Bucks. As always, peace.